Assume the feeling of your wish being fulfilled, and it is yours. Neville Goddard. Imagine for a moment that you are a millionaire, not in some distant future, not after years of hard work, but right now, in this very instant. Close your eyes and feel the weight of that reality. What would your life look like? How would you carry yourself? How would you speak, act, and think, knowing without a doubt that you already possess that kind of wealth? That feeling of certainty, of having it now, is the key to unlocking the manifestation of your desires. The greatest secret is this: your external world is a mirror of your inner state. If you constantly think, "I want to be wealthy," you are only reinforcing the idea that you are not yet wealthy. But if you shift your inner dialogue and actions to reflect the mindset of someone who is already wealthy, the world around you will begin to rearrange itself to match that belief. It's not just about positive thinking or wishful dreaming. It's about living as if the reality you desire is already yours. Every morning, when you wake up, instead of focusing on the lack, focus on what it feels like to be abundant. As you go about your day, let your actions reflect the mindset of someone who is financially free. When you make decisions, make them from the perspective of a millionaire. This doesn't mean being reckless or irresponsible, but rather, it means trusting in the flow of abundance. It means having faith that the resources you need will always be available to you, because they already are. Now, understand this: wealth is not just about money. It is about a state of mind, a consciousness of abundance. You can be wealthy in health, in relationships, in opportunities. And it all begins with how you perceive yourself. If you see yourself as someone who is constantly struggling, that struggle will manifest in your life. But if you begin to see yourself as someone who is always provided for, someone who is deserving of all the good things life has to offer, then life will start to deliver those things to you. The challenge for most people is that they are waiting for external validation before they allow themselves to feel successful. They think, once I have the money, then I'll feel wealthy. Once I have success, then I'll feel confident. But that's backward. You must first feel wealthy, you must first act successful, and then the money, the success, the abundance will follow. It's about aligning your inner world with the outer world you wish to experience. This is why it's so crucial to change your self-talk. Instead of saying, "I wish I could be rich," say, "I am rich." Wealth flows to me effortlessly. The words you speak to yourself are powerful, they shape your beliefs, and your beliefs shape your reality. So speak as if the life you want is already here. When you act as if you are already a millionaire, you are telling the universe that you trust in its ability to deliver. You are showing that you believe in the infinite possibilities available to you. And that belief, that unwavering faith, is what opens the doors to abundance. Now, let's talk about the feeling behind those actions. It's not enough to go through the motions, you must also cultivate the feeling of wealth. When you act as if you are wealthy, you must feel it in your bones. That feeling of gratitude, of knowing that you are blessed beyond measure, is what fuels the manifestation process. It's not about faking it until you make it, it's about truly embodying that state of being. Imagine the kind of person you would be if money was no longer a concern. You would make decisions from a place of confidence and clarity. You would be generous, not because you have to be, but because you know that there is always more where that came from. You would pursue your passions without fear of failure, because failure would no longer be an option. When you act as if you are already living in the reality you desire, the universe has no choice but to respond to that vibration. This is the law of assumption. It's the idea that what you assume to be true will eventually become your reality. If you assume that wealth is hard to come by, then that will be your experience. But if you assume that wealth is easy, that it flows to you naturally, then that will be your experience instead. Your assumptions shape your world, so choose wisely. One of the most important things to remember is that you don't need to wait for permission to start living the life you want. You don't need to wait for the bank account to reflect your inner wealth. Start acting now as if it is already done. Dress the part. Speak the part. Feel the part. And watch as life begins to mirror back to you the abundance you have cultivated within. If you truly want to act as if you are a millionaire, you must first recognize that wealth, in its truest sense, is not solely about money. It's about the abundance that permeates every aspect of life. You need to understand that wealth is a reflection of how you view yourself and the world around you. The thoughts you entertain, the beliefs you hold, and the assumptions you make about yourself all play a vital role in shaping the reality you experience. Therefore, to embody the state of being wealthy, you must shift your perception and align your inner world with the abundance you desire. Start by looking at the small decisions you make every day. Often, we are conditioned to operate from a place of limitation, where we feel that resources are scarce and that we must conserve or withhold. Acting as if you are wealthy involves shifting this mindset entirely. Instead of focusing on what you lack, focus on what you already have, and make decisions from a place of sufficiency and trust. You don't need to spend recklessly to act as if you are wealthy. It's about the quality of your choices, the confidence with which you move, and the gratitude you express for what you already possess. You must also cultivate a deep sense of deservingness. Many people unconsciously block their own wealth because they don't truly believe they deserve it. They may have been raised with limiting beliefs about money, or they may feel unworthy of great abundance. If you are to act as if you are already wealthy, you must let go of these old narratives. You deserve to live a life of abundance simply because you exist. The universe does not withhold its riches from those who are ready to receive. The only thing that stands in the way is your own belief that you are unworthy. To align yourself with the frequency of wealth, begin to affirm your worthiness every day. Declare that you are open to receiving all the good that life has to offer. Visualize yourself in situations where abundance flows easily and naturally. Picture yourself handling money with ease, making wise investments, and using your resources not only to elevate your own life but to help others as well. When you embody this mindset, you'll find that opportunities for wealth begin to show up in your life in unexpected ways. Acting as if you are wealthy also involves adopting a mindset of expansion rather than contraction. When you operate from a scarcity mindset, you tend to shrink back, afraid that resources will run out or that there isn't enough to go around. But the wealthy mindset is one of expansion. It knows that there is always more to come, that the universe is endlessly abundant, and that you are connected to that flow of abundance at all times. So, act with generosity. Give freely of your time, your energy, and your resources, knowing that as you give, you create space for even more to flow into your life. Now, realize that wealth is not something you chase after, it's something you attract by becoming the person who naturally embodies abundance. This means taking the time to nurture yourself, to invest in your growth, and to trust in the process of manifestation. It's about stepping into the identity of someone who is already prosperous, not because of external validation, but because you know that abundance is your birthright. Every action, every thought, and every decision you make should reflect this internal state of wealth. As you continue to act from this place, you'll find that wealth, in all its forms, begins to flow into your life effortlessly. When you live as if you are already the millionaire you desire to be, life responds in kind. It's not about waiting for external evidence before you act. It's about taking that leap of faith and trusting that the universe will meet you where you are. Wealth is not something you acquire, it's something you become. Let go of the need for external proof. You are the proof. The moment you decide that you are wealthy, that you are successful, that you are deserving of all good things, the universe will conspire to bring those things to you. But you must act first. You must take the leap of faith and trust that everything you desire is already on its way to you. As we come to the end of this discussion, I urge you to start now. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because that moment is already here. Act as if you are a millionaire today. Act as if all your dreams are already coming true. And I promise you, when you do, the world will shift to meet you in that belief. Now, if this message has resonated with you, and you're ready to step into the reality of your desires, I invite you to support this channel by liking this video. It's a small action, but one that can make a huge impact. If you're new here, I encourage you to subscribe. By doing so, you'll stay connected to more content like this, content that will continue to inspire you to live your best life. For those of you who are already subscribers, thank you for being here. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an opportunity to align with the life you want to create. And if this message has sparked something within you, share it with someone you know who could benefit from hearing these words. Sometimes, all it takes is a shift in perspective to change someone's life. Lastly, leave a comment below and let me know how you plan to start acting as if you are already living the life of your dreams. Let's create a space where we can support each other on this journey to abundance.